Welcome to Tuesdays with Suzanne. And this week we're going to pick up the series. We're doing a series of four different portals to healing or attributes, states of consciousness that are helpful to us as human beings, physiologically, psychologically, spiritually. Last week we worked with the idea of feeling support, bringing to mind, bringing to your body a time when you felt supported, when you felt like someone had your back. That sensation of that, the ability to rest back and feel calmer when you got that. And this week we're going to work with the attribute of love, that wonderful spread of who we are as human beings. I was sitting with my mother in my women's group last night, and she said to them, because she's the only mother left, actually, she's 92 years old, in this whole group of women. And they said to her, tell us what it feels like to be 92. And she said to the group, the most important thing in life is to feel love, to feel like you can love someone and that your love is being received, but also to feel as though you are loved for who you are. And it was beautiful to watch each of these women receive her and be able to feel that in themselves. So that's where we're going today, because that's the second in these four portals to healing or attributes of consciousness that will help you to be able to sit at the oasis, your inner oasis, where you rejuvenate, where you refill, and from where your creativity, your purpose at a soul level, your joy, naturally emanates. So let's begin, if you will. Sit back in wherever you are. Get your feet, the soles of your feet on the floor. Let your eyes close. And let yourself begin to simply breathe, inhaling and exhaling, and noticing the sensation of your breath. Good. Good. And as you breathe, feeling your backbone against whatever is supporting you. Yeah. Feeling your sitting bones resting on the chair or the couch. Again, whatever's supporting you, feeling the sensation of that support as you inhale and exhale, dropping down in your body, feeling the sensation of being in your body. Good. And on down into the sensation of your legs, your knees, your calves, the soles of your feet resting on the floor. And letting yourself extend your awareness beneath your feet, down into the earth beneath you. And this occurs whether you're on the 23rd floor of a skyscraper or whether you're out with your toes in the grass. Yeah. We can make a connection to the earth's gravitational field wherever we are. And knowing this, allow yourself to reach your consciousness, your awareness beneath you, connecting to this rich, unconditional resource that's with us all the time. I'm noticing as I'm feeling my own feet that I can feel myself relaxing and dropping in. And then, when you're ready, allow yourself to receive from the earth. And we're going to do it using the breath, as though our lungs were in the bottom of our feet. And so on the first breath, you can breathe right on in to your feet and your calves, your knees and your thighs. Just filling up with whatever would nourish you most. Exhaling what you no longer need. On the next breath, into your pelvis and your low back and your belly. On that third breath, allowing your chest and your lungs, your heart, your ribs, your backbone to fill with whatever would nourish them. Fourth breath, allowing your hands and arms to fill with what would nourish them most. And with that fifth breath, allowing your throat, your face, and your whole cranium, all the fluids and membranes and bones and muscles. Good. Good. And with your eyes remaining closed or semi-closed so that you can continue to notice and sense and feel what's happening inside. Allow yourself to bring to mind a memory or a time when you felt loved. It might have been something romantic. It might have been a family member when you were young, sitting in someone's lap or being rocked. It might have been when you were in the midst of doing something with someone where you just felt their love emanating to you. It doesn't have to be a long memory. Yeah. Good. And notice what it feels like in your body when you can feel something like this. And if you don't have a memory of being loved, allow yourself the possibility that there's been a moment in time in this life where someone was loving you. Yeah. Just allow that possibility. And what would it have felt like in your body? Would you have felt a warmth in your heart or an ease in your belly? Or a sense of depth in your backbone where you could really relax back? One of my first memories of being loved is sitting in someone's lap, and I was on a swing. And I don't even know who it was. I don't know if it was my father or my mother or an aunt or an uncle or a grandparent. But I was holding on to the swing, but I was in their lap, and I could feel the sense of love. We were having fun. We were swinging together. So it can be any kind of a memory for you of being loved. Good. And when you come to that memory, notice what it feels like in your body. Good. And now we're going to shift this, and I'm going to ask you to notice, to remember a time when you were in love or loving someone else, and who you were was radiating to another human being or a sentient being. Could be a puppy or a kitten. It could be another human being, a child. But feeling the love between you, who you were at a heart level, was radiating to this other human being and being received. And you can feel it in the relaxation in the other person's system or the other animal's system. But feel that sense of love. Just you're radiating out to someone else and they are receiving you. I'm remembering when my son was young, I would sometimes wake him up in the morning by sitting down next to him on the bed and whispering in his ear, "Would you like me to scratch your back?" And he would always nod his head. And I would sit there and I would scratch his back gently. And I could feel his insides relaxing as his whole body came awake. And he could feel my love for him in that very gentle touch. Sometimes he would make little ums and ahs that let me know that he was receiving my love through my touch. And I could feel it in my own heart. To love something or someone and to feel how you're being deeply received is just one of the most marvelous things on the planet. So if you have a memory of that, notice where you feel it in your body. What's the feeling of? Is it a feeling of warmth in your heart? Is there a sense of relaxation in your belly? Do you feel a warmth in your bones? Do you feel a hum or a resonance that begins to wake up within you? Good. Notice it. Notice it. Breathe into it. Own it. Claim it. Good. Good. Yeah. And I'm going to ask you now to notice what it feels like throughout your entire system to have entered this portal, the portal of feeling loved or loving of someone else. And whether or not you want to choose to enter this state of consciousness on a regular basis. Like my mother said, the most important thing is really about the energy of love and your capacity to feel it and offer it and receive it. So take this week, if you would, and we'll be talking next week about the portal or the attribute of connection. But take this week to practice remembering and feeling and taking action with the attribute of love. Loving the people around you, loving the animals around you, loving your world or your universe. Okay, and enjoy.